My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Lost Arsenal update. That is Melting Remnant Rector Flicker. Oh yeah. Wickless Tycoon. It's good to see you, buddy. Let's have a little chat about what has changed in the Lost Arsenal update for Melting Remnant and Stygian Guard. Melting Remnant is one of the clans from MT1 that was adjusted pretty heavily because the power level needed to come up a little bit. Rector Flicker's Dark Calling is no longer a on-resolve effect, that is, on-resolve reform 2 random units. It is now ability Crypt Call, reform 3 random units. Drafts also now have 15 damage by base. Hallowed Drippings, currently on screen, used to give Burnout 5 to friendly Burnout units. Now it gives Burnout 5 and plus 5 attack to friendly units, but it also has 1 cost. Hallowed Halls got its cost increased, which is fine. It's a very good card. Lady of the House now has an added effect, plus 5 attack for each stack of Burnout, making her a lot better with Hallowed Drippings. Legion of Wax got changed, higher base stats, haven't even seen that yet. Little Fade Little Icarus line has more spikes by default. Memories of the Melted is now a room card that gives you it doesn't give Ember anymore. It gives friendly units Endless. Resin Removal had its cost increased as well, makes sense, and Votivary no longer says Extinguish Draw 1, it now says Extinguish Draw 2 next turn. Cool. Then, it is Stygian as well. Cuddle Hex now has an ability. Instead of, at end of turn, freezing a random card in hand, it is now apply Frozen to a card in hand, so I assume you get to select now. But it's on a cooldown of 2. Deep Offering had its cost increased. Yeah, again, very fair. Energy Siphon can now also target friendly units, just in case you want to trigger incants. Gifts Regard adds Consume. Yeah, whatever. The Offering Monument no longer draws immediately. It's no longer incant -5 health, draw 1. It is now incant, draw 1 next turn. Oh boy. They're really hitting the draw from Stygian Guard, eh? Siren Song is now a room card that affects only non-boss units at the end of the turn. Happens every turn though. Tethys now has an ability to draw a damage spell with the handheld totem line. That's a lot better. Titan's Gratitude does more damage. Unnamed Tome mutes for less, which is really relevant. Unnamed Tome was pretty much an insta-pick every time you saw it. And Soul Guard's Titan Channel works differently. It is now an ability that removes stasis and then grants attack and HP per shard. Interesting. All that said, I think it's time to leap in. Seraph Eterna's Chosen of Savagery. I mean, look, it is nice not to see the silence again, but couldn't it have been Dominion? Light Mother's Pyre adds the option to copy cards at Merchants of Steel, Magic, and Trinkets. Super effective. In a world where I'm going to get money from a Wickless Tycoon, 1 Ember 2 size on harvest, gain 10 coins rather. And we also have the 2 Cuddle Hexes in the base deck, 0 Ember 1 size, ability Freeze Ray. So my goal... What is it? Remnant Magic. So Steel Stygian early. I really want to get even more Remnant units, but I can't just go Merchant of Magic, Merchant of Magic. Spells in the deck won't support it. Like, the only spells in the deck at the moment are Hallowed Drippings, really. Foregone Powers are foregone conclusion. I'm not taking those as my upgrades, at least. Let's look at Hersal Sword Artifact first. Whoa. Votive Key applies Endless to the first friendly unit played each turn. That's huge. But it's next to Jackstrips, and Jackstrips just solves all of your range problems in the early game constantly. Like, if I put Wickless Tycoon on floor 2, most of the enemies, when they come up to the Wickless Tycoon, will just die to the Jackstrips. That's so much money. And Accumulator on Rector Flicker, Burnout. Burnout? Do I want to do the Burn Bright line? I do have 2 copies of Hallowed Drippings here. That would be a pretty decent amount of burnout for Rector Flicker. I really want to go the Accumulator line just because I really like stacking harvest triggers on the same floor, but I've done that a lot. Give me the burn bright. Let's see what I can do with this. Yeah, they have Titan skin, but they're going to come up to floor 2, and then they will die. Granted, I have to let them come up to floor 2 to do that, but that's okay. Both hallowed drippings immediately? Oh my god, I'm even going to get a drag down with them. Hell yeah. Hallowed drippings, hallowed drippings. Sick. Orgon power, you are 30 health. So that's fine. I don't want anyone to get killed on the bottom line. So we're doing 18 at the moment. Number 14 still leaves us short of killing the enemy. Great. So I can play a Spear Steward, or I could have played a Spear Steward down there. Bit. It's going to be difficult to take down the Fallen Champion in a world where I've left the Cowering Sycophant up. So I can do like 13 additional damage to you here. That'll be it. Oh no, the Titan skin! Oh, actually, it's completely fine. You'll go to the next floor and then you'll die to the jack strips. Which is ideal. Yeah, I just need to make sure that the Rectiflicker is the one hitting the Fallen Champion. And that'll do it. Perfect. In fact, that's even the ideal amount of units to die. I want Rectiflicker to die so Wickless Tycoon sees another harvest. Unfortunately, like, we could have gotten enemy waves that were just a bunch of 3-1s, and every time they ascend, they immediately die. So I could have gotten, like, 40 gold every round from that. But it's hard to complain about having 325 by the end of the first. Hallowed Drippings again. There's also a draft here. Just straight up draft. If I just want to draft by itself, draft. 1 Ember 1 size, Burnout 1, Multi-Strike 1. I mean, it's good if I have Hallowed Drippings on exactly the same turn as it. Wicked Blaze, Reform a unit, apply +10. Pretty good card to get Freeze Raid. Pretty good card to go to a Merchant of Magic. Oh no, I've got to go to Merchant of Steel first again. It's just hard to take draft without being able to guarantee that I'll be keeping it alive with the Hallowed Drippings or guarantee that I'm reforming it. So we'll take Reform first. I'm going to pretend to entertain the decision for a while before I take the Offering Token. Was that long enough? I don't know what to tell you. It's good. It's like, it's so much better at C10 and especially at Titans than most. Like, it's like Unnamed Tome, in that Unnamed Tome got so much better the further into the Covenants you got, and especially if you're fighting the Titans. It's similar to Siren Song as well, although that now got changed to a room. Dualism Multi-Strike. That's compelling. I don't have a unit to hold those yet, but there's Stygian. Interesting. I don't really want to go heavy incant here if I can avoid it. I do that all the time. Cold Kelia is a sweeping unit. It'd be great to go on the same floor as the Wickless Tycoon. So that means what? Rectiflicker goes on the bottom floor to help soften up enemies, and then they go up to the Cold Kelia and Wickless Tycoon floor. Wickless is going to need more health if I'm doing that. Multi-strike dualism on Cold Kelia means you're very vulnerable to sap. I don't think dualism goes on Cold Kelia here. I think if anything, it's take that upgrade, then take the plus 20 health on Wickless, and then reroll. Like, Strength Stone for additional damage on Cold Kelia is nice, but there's also the world where I can hit you with Quick and plus 10 damage, and then that's obviously what we take. I suppose I could Large Stone the Tycoon? Is one Tycoon enough for me? Because I do have duplicates available via Card Duplicator, and if I could get 2 Tycoons on the same floor and they were both going off consistently, like, obviously giving them the size makes that much harder. Is Endless relevant to any of you? No, it's not. I think it's got to be Large Stone, and we just deal with the fact that it's just a 2-person mid-floor. I think giving burnout and plus damage to maybe one of the dregs makes sense. Incant Armor 2, almost entirely irrelevant here, I think. Yes. I think I still have to set up on midline for this. Perfect. Bottom line's damage is not high enough to even kill the Fallen Champion, but when you go up, all of you will die. And all of you are obviously going to die on this midline already, and any of you that get to the pyre will die. So, works for me. Oh my god, the harvest value? I don't even have space to play any of these units. Oh my god. Fallen Champions being set to 2 health. They all move up and immediately die and give me 40 gold from the next floor. This is so good. I have nothing I want to change about this at all. All right. Coming up. Yeah, the additional 6 Frostbite every round is also going to make it completely fine in Relentless phases that Cold Kelia doesn't have that much damage. Purifying Cleanse, hello! Restore 15 health and burn out 3 to a friendly unit. That's great, and can make Rectiflicker lead lines now. Mollusk Mage, Conduit 10. I have exactly one thing that's affected by Conduit, so probably not. Energy Siphon, I'm not heavy on that weakness, and I already have enough Cuddle Hexes, so this is a skip. A rare early game skip right there. I'd love to go to a Remnant banner and find someone who can sit with Rectiflicker. Remove consume, -1 cost intrinsic. Ooh. -1 intrinsic, remove consume both from Hallowed Drippings, then gives me the ability to duplicate that card and give Rectiflicker just 10 burnout on turn 1. So if I can get someone who has burnout, I can support them immediately. God damn it. You bastard. These are like the only 2 units I don't need. I have my money. I wanted... I don't want resources right now, you bastard. Oh, boy. Do I have to take a unit here? Stygian banner with a Merchant of Steel in the next area. Merchant of Steel, Remnant. Okay, I've got more units in the future. I don't have to take one here. I probably should take the Paraffin Thug anyway, though. I'm doing it. I'm getting the Hallowed Drippings in the opening hand. I'm going to remove its consume as well. -1 cost, a Wicked Blaze. Do I really go for a second copy of that Hallowed Drippings before getting a Remnant unit that cares about it? No. I'm gonna stop myself. I'm gonna stop myself right there. Wrath, attack immediately. Benevolence. This got upgraded to restore friendly units to full health and grant +5 max health. Courage, advance, restore to full health, and gain armor equal to the amount of health healed. I mean, realistically, this is just take one of these on Wickless Tycoon. Probably Courage. Well, advance, restore to full health. I mean, it doesn't need to advance, does it? Yeah, Archeon's not knocking us back, so it doesn't really need to advance. Restoring to full health and gain armor equal to the amount. Wrath with the instant attack is nice in some instances for Colkelia, but no, I think I need the health support for that midline. Let's go Benevolence. The very first Benevolent Tycoon. They said it couldn't be done, and they were right. This is a video game, though, so you're allowed to do some game-breaking stuff. If only you were one size, buddy, it'd be much easier to dupe you. Let's go to Archeon. I gotta disabuse myself of the muscle memory that makes me almost turn off the Titan trial at the start of each fight. I don't really want to throw a Dreg on the board, because if I do, I'll be killing the Savage Spearman. Yeah, I'm already slaying on the bottom line. Let me just let that happen. I already get my 30 gold, and then they ascend, and I get another 10, and then they kill the Chosen Acolyte, and I get another 10, so we're already on the best outcome. Okay, this one, I need to throw down a Dreg to keep up pace. Blaze brings back another Dreg. We'll chump and then attack. Sounds good enough to me. Ooh, I can keep that Dreg alive, but I really don't want to. It's offering through a Dreg. Dang, doesn't really change anything for us. So Hallowed Drippings on the bottom line doesn't change any of our hits. Another Hallowed Drippings later, so if I get the non-consumed one back, will allow Rectiflicker in the front line to kill in a single hit, allowing the Paraffin Thug and Dreg to take out the Fallen Champion afterwards. Unfortunately, this boss fight just has very, very inconsistent lines, so I can't really prepare one solution for all of them. As much as I'd like to. Well, no worries about that anymore. There goes that bottom line. I'll admit, I'm feeling a lot less comfortable right now than I was a couple seconds ago. I'll use the Tycoon to heal next turn. Okay, we're okay. I underestimated the power of the Frostbite. Though I will say Cold Gallier and Jack Strips are probably not going to be enough for all of my range from here on. Sacrificial Resurrection. Unfortunately, there was no... I read all of the patch notes. Unfortunately, there was no acknowledgement of the bug with Sacrificial Resurrection previously. The bug previously, just in case you're unaware, is for every card it consumes, it gives +10 damage to the draft unit. And then that draft unit, when it dies, has all that damage in your consume pile. And then as soon as you reform it, it loses all the damage. It's really good for removing cards from your deck still, though. Hallowed Halls. Kills friendly units. Reform random units on this floor until it exceeds its capacity. I like that card. And given that I'm trying to run Rectiflicker in another floor as well, I'm probably going to end up with units that I really care about that affecting. Yo. Hello, Eel Gorgon. I almost never take you. I have you gilded, somehow. 2 Amber 2 Signs, Incant, gain multi-strike 1. On resolve, remove all status effects. I actually have a huge amount of money. It's difficult to argue that I shouldn't be going to a Merchant of Trinkets here and maybe even in the next area. I'm currently planning to go Merchant of Steel, Stygian, then Merchant of Steel, No, I have to go for the trinkets in the first area. I can't avoid trinkets both times. I think I can really make something out of Eel Gorgon. I don't think this is a good run setup for it. Although I guess if eventually it keeps getting brought back with Hallowed Halls. Maybe? I'm gonna try it. I think I'm gonna need capacity. Midline's gonna want more chump spaces. Bottom line's gonna need space as well. We can go straight down the Burn Bright line. Yo, it's start of turn fully healed champions. Really good when our champion has that much HP. When you play 3 different kinds of card in a turn, draw 1, gain 1. That'll happen a decent amount of the time. Not all of the time, but a decent amount of the time. Firestone Housing, unfortunately, is offering to get a 3rd upgrade on the Wickless Tycoon, who already has 3 upgrades. Granted, it'll be pretty good with Cold Kellier and Heal Corbin at least. I will take the Versatile Ember Staff, sure. Yo! Random grafts! Yes! I've got to graft it onto Cold Kellier. Don't you goddamn dare give me the Cursed Twin Blade. Don't you dare. Fortified Pauldrons? That's one of the new ones. That's the Fortify spell. The 0 Ember give 8 armor to a single unit from Hellhorned is now the Fortified Pauldrons, which is armor 6 and on resolve gain armor 6. Alright, some survivability for Cold Kellier, why not? I'm hardly mad about it. It's just not everything I was hoping for. Disciple of Ruin restores health and goes to the next floor. Doesn't die to the jackstrips, so I'm going to have to start planning around how I kill. And still probably basically do the same thing, though. It's just not relying on jackstrips. Enemy enters with Titan Skin 4. That is annoying. Piercing goes under that, and Frostbite will be... Like, you'll have 12 Frostbite by the time you leave Cold Kellier's floor, which means that you'll still die despite that. I think we're okay. So 106, and then 36. I get to take out the Scarred Sentient, and then the Vicious... Ooh. I don't want to be taking that unit out. I would like it to ascend to the next floor. However, don't think I can let it. I think this is one of those situations where I just have to develop a strong bottom line and worry about everything else later. Alright, Cuddle Hex, save me a Foregone power, please. Spear Stew for the midline. Purifying Cleanse, ready to just give 3 more burnout to Rector Flicker. All gone, all Foregone powers. Can't stop foregoing these powers. I mean, that's just burn Calcified Ember and freeze Wicked. Perfect. I could develop additional dregs right now, I just really don't want to. Oh, actually, hang on. If I do want to get rid of them, I can chump with them. No reason not to. I just didn't want them slaying enemies. Cuddle Hex's damage will be entirely negated by the enemy here. Well, by the Titan Skin at least. Okay. There's Hallowed Halls. You'll be useful one day. Today is not that day, though. You're more of a late game vibe. Incant's not good, but additional turns of burned out is, but those turns aren't relevant. Thankfully, we've got all of that armor on Colkelia from the Pauldrons, keeping him alive in the back line. If I cast a single spell, I can bring back a unit. If I play the unit, then I can draw a card and gain an energy, and that's all I need to do. That's fine. Hold something for next turn. Might as well hold a Foregone Power since Kel will be at the front of the line. I believe the correct play here is to throw away a Dreg and just let this happen. And then next floor I play Hallowed Halls. Game... What? Oh, Fortified Pauldron. Oh, okay. Getting this kicked back to your hand from a grafted equipment apparently doesn't give its art to it. Interesting. Let's hallow these halls, though. Actually, I would rather all of the units die at the same time. I don't know if that will work. I don't know if that means the Wickless Tycoon will or will not be able to see all of the other units on its floor die. I think not. Remnant Pact, endless to a friendly unit. No. I mean, Wicked Blaze, second way to reform a unit's not bad. No. No, you can't make me an incant deck. I'm not an incant deck. Kinda wanna take Ice Tornado. For no good reason? Yeah, for no good reason. I could take Glacial Seal and just throw it on the bottom line. Is Eel Gorgon ever going to do anything in this deck? I don't know. I'm taking the money there. As much as I want to go to the second Merchant of Trinkets, it's got to be a Merchant of Steel Remnant banner. I have to find a Remnant that has Burnout on it. God. I mean, first off, yes, I will give Quick and +10 to Colkelia. Colkelia is now solved. And also, I can give Burnout to a unit, which means I can put anyone on the bottom line, but boom, that's what I was hoping for. Thank you. Lady of the House, 1 Ember, 1 size. 1 Ember, 2 size, rather. Burnout 3, +5 damage for every stack of Burnout you have. Yes, please. I'm going to 1 size the Lady of the House. I'm also going to give you +15 damage and +5 health and Burnout. I'm also going to reroll. Heartstone, does that want to go on anyone right now? It's not especially impactful. I'm going to reroll. Sick. Oh my god! Lady of the House. Actually, you already have the mini stone. Ooh. Okay. Another multi-strike for Colkelia. Large stone for the Lady of the House. And then I'm going to duplicate that Lady of the House. And then I'm going to duplicate Hallowed Drippings Intrinsic. Well. Oh no, I could have gotten another thing. Ember Drain 2 on summon, gain 3. So I only want units that are going to die, basically, holding that. Or Frailty, Fragile, but Celebrate, permanently gain +10 damage. That could easily go on Cold Kellier, and I would be more than happy for it. So I think I just take that. Well, we finally get to use the ladies of the house. Hang on, does the Penitent Breaststone immediately kill Cold Kellier? Yeah, because you come out and attack at quick speed. So if I play Cold Kellier, I lose that line? I think I have to give up the money from this. We're about to go to a Merchant of Arms, almost certainly. I'd love to have money for that. I think I just have to rely on getting the money from my Paraffin Thug and Wickless Tycoon at this point. Bottom line would be completely fine. Rector Flicker and the First Lady of the House just kill one. It's the fragile. It's the fragile that Cold Kellier has that makes it really hard. I could also just trust that my bottom line is going to be enough for a while to not have to worry about playing Cold Kellier until maybe second cycle, after which the Wickless Tycoon will have already killed the front line. Fine. I think given what just happened with the Ladies of the House, like, I'm actually far ahead. Much farther ahead than it looks. Hallowed Drippings, Hallowed Drippings. Fun Hallowed Halls idea, I guess? I guess I'll use a Cuddle Hex on the top line just to keep the Hallowed Halls. I'm actually fine with incanting a little on the bottom line to lower our damage. Sadly, Paraffin Thug is in a position where it's not getting many Slayers right now. Get him, Cuddle Hex. Yay! The Paraffin Thug slays this collector. That's what I was hoping to see. And finally, we can develop Cold Kellier to the midline. 3 turns until the Wickless Tycoon has to deal with anyone else, so just immediately throw that on that line. Very much just trying to throw away units at the moment. Hell yeah. Big old Cuddle Hex. Let me hold these cards. Yeah, we're not leaving this bottom floor. Drop a Hallowed Drippings. Lady of the House are up to 177 damage just from their burnout. Oh my god, that's another Hallowed Drippings. I think I should get another one. Every Hallowed Drippings is plus 30 damage for both of the Ladies of the House. I think I dupe another Lady of the House and another Hallowed Privilege at least. At least. Sacred Wicks is okay. Memories of the Melted. Friendly units have Endless. Honestly, not that relevant. Ice and Pyre. 90 damage to the front enemy unit, Pyre bound attuned. I really don't think that's that good of a card. Whenever I see a rare pop up, I'm like, oh, Ice and Pyre. I used to have the same response to Siren Song, but Siren Song's actually wild in the Titans fight. This in the Titans fight is one of your worst spells. It's just not flexible enough to only do 90. Titan's Tooth. Guardian Stone. I could take Titan's Tooth. I could also just not. It's got to be Merchant of Arms, right? Yeah, there's got to be some equipment that we want to throw on someone right now. Merchant of Magic. I mean, I'd upgrade the Hallowed Drippings, maybe Offering Token. Really, our spell upgrades are pretty bad as well. Overgrowth Carapace is pretty fun. Specifically because the Lady of the House already has a mini stone, so they'll grow large with those. I'll always have a good target for that. Fight Club, plus 15 damage in midline. Honestly, doesn't really change that much, but for one Ember on an empty floor, I might as well do it. Meat Shields. Rectiflicker can already defend without it. Wickless Tycoon has the ability of Benevolence. I think I probably roll away from the Meat Shield. I don't need that. There's the Stasis Crystal again. Resolve. Gain 20/20 while under stasis. I really don't feel like I'm going to have any turns I can afford to put Cogkellier under stasis. And also, yeah, I'd have to replace your Pauldrons, which they're not incredible, but this would have to be much better than also displacing those Pauldrons for it to be worth it. Yeah, sadly, I don't think any of these are. Great, something to be drawn in the opening. Overgrowth Carapace is nice, if expensive. I think I'm already going to have enough things that I want to draw in the opening without that. Wait. Is this sick? Yeah, this is busted. I'm going to take triple stack on a Hallowed Drippings. Now it gives 15 burnout. And then I'm going to dupe that card. Merchant of Steel next area. I have a Firestone housing. I've already got 3 upgrades on both Ladies of the House. We're probably at the point that the Paraffin Thug gets, removed or not used ever again. Honestly, I'd go to the Merchant of Steel just to get a free dupe and then also spend a dupe because eventually I want my bottom line to just be Rectiflicker and Ladies of the House. And then just drop a bunch of ridiculously powerful Hallowed Drippings on them. That's a plan. That's a game plan right there. I think there's a really good argument that the next thing that I need to do is just remove as many cards from this deck as I possibly can. It's got to be these Stewards first. Kale, show me how it goes. So I think I have to go energy here just to guarantee that I have enough deployment ember to also get down to more ladies of the house. Because, yeah, we're out of Paraffin Thug time. Obviously, still got to play the Entropic Crystals. God, how busted do I want my bottom line to be? I can put down 2 dregs there and just Hallow Drippings, and just watch it. Only problem being Wickless Tycoon won't really get this much money after that. I think maybe I've gotten all of the super... I've gotten a lot of value out of my money. Maybe it's time to stop being so greedy. And just say thank you for the bounteous blessings you've left at our doorstep. Lady of the House doing 215 damage apiece, 115 on the Rectiflicker, and then 3 dregs in the back line doing some decent damage too. Paraffin Thug, buddy, you're not going to get a look in. Ooh, Overgrowth. Oh, actually, that's never going to trigger either. No one's ever going to get full top line. God. I don't know. I guess I overgrowth the Wickless Tycoon, let you grow larger. I haven't even let anyone die yet, so the Sacred Wicks has nothing. The Hallowed Halls have nothing. It's working too well. I really wonder if I should restart this fight and play fewer units on the bottom floor, literally just so that I can let them get eaten. Probably going to a Merchant of Magic after this. I don't know. I think I'm going to. It's so not difficult to do that I really just should do it. It's just single Rectiflicker, next one's Paraffin Thug, then Lady of the House, then everything else can be completely the same. Alright, slight change of plans there. Because it's 140 and 170 in the frontliners that I have to worry about. So you go there, you go there. This should enable me to always have the Paraffin Thug either killing the frontliner or killing the second. So 30 gold every round. And then I can even throw a drag away here. Get a Harvest trigger. Immediately it doesn't work for this line. It's just not going to be especially consistent for every line, unfortunately. It's just not going to work. kind of want to just Hallowed Halls the top line. So I will. So we'll Cuddle Hex to keep the Wicked Blaze. Oh, actually, no. Play the Wicked Blaze for a Cuddle Hex to Chump Block. Also to gain 10 gold from. I mean, Fight Club could be on the bottom line, but it shouldn't. We're getting a lot more gold out of this. This is definitely relevant. Sure, let's keep the Cuddle Hex. Or rather use the Cuddle Hex to keep the Overgrowth Carapace. Perfect. It's really important that Golgelia survives, so I don't want to do anything with that line there. Golgelia gets the plus 10 damage on Celebrate, which means she has to be alive at the end of the boss fight to gain plus 10 damage permanently. Whoa! Frostpiercer. 2 Ember, 5 damage, strike. Apply Frostbite equal to half the damage dealt. Good lord. And then Wax and Spike. You are such a bad version of Hallowed Drippings now. Consume, apply 4x damage, and burn out 4 to friendly units. Well, I guess that gives me the ability to give burnout to the units. If I made that deployable as well, give burnout to all the units on the bottom line and then also buff their burnout, that's pretty cool. But how do I turn down Frostpiercer, the new equipment? Frostpiercer is also going to be pretty ridiculous on Golgelia. Can't turn that down. It's Ember. Unless I already had Artificial Firestone, it had to be Ember there. Burn Bright, 200, 200. I'm gonna dupe 2 ladies of the house. Then I'm gonna go to the Empyrean Well and get another copy of the Hallowed Drippings. I honestly believe the rest of those should probably be cut from the deck rather than played. I wanted to entertain the possibility of running into something that made the Eel Gorgon ridiculous, but like it is ridiculous that I'm keeping it at this point. Not ridiculous that I have it. Play it down, but -1 energy per turn. Completely fine. Hold it. I think Wickless called Kelly a bottom floor is correct here, and then Rector, lady. If I didn't have a -1, I would also play the final one. Yeah, because this kill's in Sweetman quick, which is good. Oh, wow. Let's play Vengeful Shard and then Lady on the midline. Then the weaker of the Hallowed Drippings. Sick. Gonna want these dregs for chump blocks on the bottom line. Not relevant this turn, will be relevant later. Let's give Overgrowth Carapace to the frontliner of the Ladies of the House, and now they all have 105 damage. No, they all have 265. Final dreg goes top line. I need to leave a capacity open on this floor so that the Overgrowth Carapace can trigger, because on resolve it checks, is there any capacity left over? If there is, then I will grow. Sick. Good jump block. Actually, I'll use a Cuddle Hex to keep a Sacred Wits for a future turn. Hallowed Drippings is so cool. 450, 355, 355, 355. Get him! We'll keep... it should be we'll keep Wicked Blaze, but I am going to play that on the bottom line for a chumper. Damn it. I got another one that I could have frozen. Yeah, I'm fine jump blocking on the bottom line, still. Here's the downside. Cogelier is on the bottom line and is going to die. Oh, can Wicked Blaze save me? No. Sadly, I will not be gaining my +10 permanently after this. Am I okay with that? Yeah, I got so much money. I have to be okay with that. Like one round from killing him as well. And then the next floor will do it immediately. Remnant Host? Just throw that on the bottom line? I guess there's an argument for Sacrificial Resurrection so that I can eat all of the Scourges the bosses are going to give me. I don't need a preserve. I've got that. My minions are that. Absolution. I don't want to hit a Merchant of Arms again, if I'm honest. The main problem with the Merchant of... Wait. No, Merchants of Trinkets can copy our spells as well. Okay, I was about to say, the main problem with Merchants of Arms is I don't get the spell copy. But I do. When you summon a friendly unit, draw an equipment card, apply a -2 cost to it. I do like that. I've got Frostpiercer and Overgrowth Carapace. So if I played that in deployment phase, I could use it to generate a bunch. How important is it then? Because I'd have to play it instead of a Lady of the House. Also, I think Stasis Crystal, like, I think just throwing, like, a unit and Stasis Crystal on top line to prevent damage being dealt for an empty line. Honestly, it's not that relevant. I've got a lot of health. There's some small argument for a Hall of Mirrors for the top line on the first turn, maybe even on the bottom line. Hall of Mirrors on the bottom line is double Rector Flicker and then double Lady of the House and another double Lady of the House. It saves me 2 Ember from playing Ladies of the House. It's actually pretty good. And gets me a second Rector Flicker, who full heals at the end of the first turn. Main ongoing problem is it leaves me with 2 Ladies of the House in the deck that I have nothing I really want to do with, and also they get much higher damage than Rector Flicker, so Rector Flicker is really just a defender. I want more Ladies of the House in general. I'm gonna roll. Ooh, Resin Blades! 2 Ember, Burnout 1, Multi-Strike 1. Returns to hand when equipped unit is destroyed. Well, now I really wish I did go for the weapons cache. I'll take Resin Blades. Exiles Diadem, reducing the size rather of a unit by 2. I mean, I can just throw that on a Wickless Tycoon and I wouldn't be sad about it at all. These are, to my mind, 3 of the least useful cards. Least useful relics, rather, that can be offered to you. If the Trader's Quill damage is relevant to you, you desperately wish it wasn't. Tethys, no. 50% chance to have spell weakness 1 on an enemy. If I need that, then it will screw me, and also I don't have any reason to use it right now, and Breath of Heaven, often actively bad. Artificial Playstone, thank you so much. Manifold Mirror. First room card, each battle is Blight Dwarf Laws. I'll take Cuttlebit. I'll take Manifold Mirror. I'll definitely duplicate a Hallowed Droppings. Drippings, rather, sorry. Yeah, I guess I should probably make Fight Club deployable. Bottom line's definitely got to be Wickless Corkelia. Then it's got to be Rectiflicker, Lady of the House, Lady of the House, Lady of the House, Lady of the House. I'll throw a Paraffin Dog on the bottom line, why not? Because it'd prevent me from chump blocking. I don't need to chump block on turn 1, ideally. Yep. Ooh, do I want to do Overgrowth Carapace on this floor? Because if I do, I can't play the Dreg. Honestly, the Dreg is not at all important. I'm just going to sack you on top line. And again. Alright, 90 damage on all the ladies of the house. 360 damage on all the ladies of the house now. We're doing 1.6 thousand damage by the end of the first round to Seraph. Sounds good to me. Well, that's hilarious. You're doing so much damage. You're literally 1 damage short of killing us on that line now. Well. Interesting. We'll see how that goes. I think that bodes poorly for us in the long term. Well, how am I going to keep Corkelia alive? Worthy question to ask. I wish I were the answer. I guess I can reform the Wickless Tycoon, and there's a possibility that I can even give it Hallowed Drippings at the same time. There's the Diadem. Bring back the Wickless Tycoon. And we're back. It is 6 hours later. I remember what this run's about. There's a Wickless Tycoon in here, isn't there? Trying to keep this guy alive on the bottom floor. Hallowed Drippings will help us do that. Sacrificial Resurrection to get rid of the Entropic Crystal would be nice. Am I okay losing Wicked Blaze in the Exile's Diadem? Honestly, I think so. But I don't need to lose the Diadem, so I just won't. Oh. Hello, Sacred Wicks. Yes, please, I'll take that. I don't need to chump block on the midline. We get the full heal at the end of every turn anyway. Start of every turn, rather. But we can do on the bottom line. Can I chump block enough with a drag? Yes. Just enough to keep the Wickless Tycoon alive for a turn. I don't need to keep it alive much longer. Although I can full heal it at the start of the next turn anyway. And without Seraph the Savage on the same floor, it probably won't die. I will use Cuddle Hex, though, to keep the Resin Blade. And I'm drawing 5 next turn. I'll keep the Foregone Power as well. Easy. Save that line. Hallowed Drippings 2 times on midline as well. We're up to almost 500 damage on all the ladies of the house. Let's give Multi-Strike to one of them now. Just because we can. Yeah, here's the draft. So this is the one that was created by the... Can't remember the name of the spell at the moment. But it was created by a spell that increased its damage 60 by 2. Wait, it is 60 by 2 now? Did it work? Did they fix Sacrificial Resurrection and just not tell me? Sick. Yeah, it 100% seems so. Glad to see it. I mean, I kind of just want to burn out every card in the deck that isn't Sacrificial Resurrection and the Hallowed Drippings. Offering Token I should probably still play. Yeah, I mean, there's just enough rounds of combat on the bottom line that we still win. Although, there we go. We'll get the Hallowed Drippings all the way up to a Lady of the House with 187 damage on. Unfortunately, that's not represented in this screen, though, because it's related to buffs. Damn, it'd be much easier to put in the thumbnail if it was on that screen. Throw another draft down on the bottom line. Because we can, damn it! And now it's just the Titans. Who I really can't imagine putting up much of a fight here. It's gonna be Dominion last, I imagine. I just need to play all the highlights every turn. Might club all of the floors, Rectiflicker, Lady of the House, Lady of the House, Lady of the House, another Lady of the House, play a Lady of the House, put a Wickless Tycoon and a Gold Gallia down, and then another Lady of the House. Paraffin Thug. Disappointing. I can just throw you on the top line to help defend our Cuddle Hexes for a turn or two, maybe? Oh. All the Hallowed Drippings, please. Thank you. Wait, these are just the intrinsic ones. I don't even have to get lucky to get this ridiculous. Oh, that's so good. Overgrowth Carapace for one of you? I think I need to get Frostbite on the top line, Foregone Power that way. Don't need to play that Wicked Blaze, though. Yeah, like, Entropy's already on half health. That part's working well. Ooh, Savagery's going to be on half health as well. Frostpiercer just feels like BM at this point. It's entirely unnecessary. Anyway, I'm going to play it. Ooh, I do want to play Foregone Power, but more than that, I don't want to discard the Sacrificial Resurrection. Especially because it's burning the best things at the moment. Alright, yep, that'll be entropy down this round. Savagery down next round, and Dominion in many, many, many moons thereafter. Dragon Cuddle hits the top line. I guess maybe I should also just drop a full Purifying Cleanse on top of them. Sorry, Purifying Cleanse, I mean Hallowed Halls. Or killing and then reforming all of those. If I keep sack-resing all of the rest of my cards, then I can just still play the Hallowed Halls every turn. Let's lose our healthy guy on the bottom line, unfortunately. Gonna need better chump blockers then. Obviously, multi-strike for one of the biggest. Oh, hell yeah. Foregone Power destroys one of these for me. And then the other one I'll play. Because I can. Very slightly concerned about this bottom line now. Thankfully, Corkelia is killing all of the enemies before they get to attack at all, so both Dominion's Corruption and then Entropy's attack are taking against the Dreg. Absolutely ideal. Yeah, it's probably going to be like wave 8 now. When we finally get the enemy down. There you go. Wickless Tycoon. There's a bunch of Burnout on you as well. Still only just survived. Probably worth keeping the Wicked plays, despite the fact that literally the run is over as soon as I play Pyrelite. Fine. Let's do that. Let's do that then. That felt ridiculous. The Lady of the House cleans up now. Hallowed Drippings, Frost Piercer. I mean, I'd love to put this in the thumbnail, but realistically, did this change anything that happened? Resin Blades, again, same. No, it was all the new Hallowed Drippings. And can I jump back to the run summary for a second, please? And the Lady of the House. Triple stacked Hallowed Drippings. Oh, what a run. I like that now when we have both MT1 clan combinations, there's still a bunch of new stuff to explore. Like, I didn't even really touch any of the new Stygian guard stuff. Like, yes, we got Frost Piercer. No, we did not use Frost Piercer. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Again, that is the Lost Arsenal update. Top left is my series playlist for all of the content on this game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation is down below, streaming past. All the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsyPlays. Add a Rob the Thank Tier, and a special thanks this episode to Dyla. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.